got far out there, Roger. Roger, Roger. Change to LCH, crazy situation. Hey, David, what's your filming? Are you JT? Copy, change to Roger, on the same thing here, but it's 555. Roger. Absolutely. I know I'm sort of trying to shoot that picture and put my antenna a little bit higher and see if we can just make it work a little bit better.
Hello, 1234, WA6 LOL, Sonora.
Good evening, all, and Happy New Year. K6MYC 2-meter Bozo Net. Anybody around?
Kilo Golf 6, Charlie Echo Fox. Good evening, Mike and Judy.
Yeah, good evening, Gerald. To a 982, good to hear you. Always the first out of the barrel there, over.
I try to be.
Okay. Thought there'd be a big rag show going on here. We're a little bit late here. Just about a minute. Well, actually, we made it on time here. Just barely.
I'm sorry about that.
No, that's all right. We were just finishing dinner, and I had Judy working on a clock that has a bird sound in it, and we couldn't get it to turn up. And we weren't watching the clock real good. Anyway, good evening. And hopefully your weekend, other than the rain, has been nice, huh?
Yeah, actually it has. Yeah, everything's going along all right. The landlord's been working on the roof. He put metal ridge cap all the way along the top. We're hoping that's going to do it.
I heard you. I was just blowing my nose and petting the cat here. A metal ridge cap. Was this, what, do you have a tin roof?
No, it's comp shingle, but he had this stuff, so we decided to put it on. Because we lifted some of the ridge cap up and we could see moisture, so that's why he decided to do it. He had it, so we put it on.
Yeah, why not? If you got it, use it. All right, very good. And let's see if we got anybody else in here. There should be a lot of people in here. It's nothing too unusual, except it's Sunday night. We had quite a few people on Christmas Day night, so that was good. QRZ, the 2-meter Bozo Net. I'm beaming south, looking for excuse me. I'm looking for KB6RQU. Or N6SWR specifically, but we're also looking for anybody else that wants to be added to our list here on the Bozo list. Over.
Kilo Echo 6, Victor Oscar November, 1040.
Gnarly doubles.
Yeah, you did. We got 1040. Go ahead again, 1040.
Kilo Echo 6, Victor Oscar November.
Yeah, good evening, Adam. Good to hear you. Good strong signal. KE6BON, K6MYC. And who was the other one?
KK6ZKE 704.
There you go, 704. Good evening, Terry. Everybody sounds good in here tonight. We're out in the barn, of course. And the cats can't figure out what the heater's doing. The heater is funny. It's got a funny thermostat in it. It goes on and off, on and off, on and off. And the cat had his nose right up against it, and all of a sudden it comes on and instantly grows bright red. So he said, whoa, that's weird. And likes the heat, but not when it's burning his nose.
And thank you, Adam, for that log splitter. It is fantastic.
Glad to hear it's working.
Now, we haven't used it since we used it the first day, but I'm burning wood. We split up, and I got a mixture of pine and oak, and it's a good combination. We usually throw one pine chunk and one oak chunk on, and boy, that gets it going, boy. So we've had a really good fire all weekend here.
It looks brand new.
Yeah. Oh, the splitter? Yeah. Well, it is brand new. Almost everything on it's brand new, except for the plunger, except for the hydraulic cylinder, and the valve control. Anyway, good to hear you. And you're off tonight, which is unusual. This is unusual to hear Mr. Adam in here this evening. So you're changing your schedule as of the first of the year. What days are we going to miss you?
Well, right now I'm on vacation. I will be in 2 weeks. I'll be switching to a Thursday, Friday, Saturday schedule. So I will be around on Sunday nights, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesdays.
Yeah, well, that'll get you into almost all the nets. I think you can check in on 432, but that's the only one you aren't real big on. So that's great. We'll have you in here more often. Sounds good. Over to you, Terry. And I don't know how your how your holidays are going, but it was kind of a dull day, and I couldn't get into the day at all. Every time I go out, it was drizzling, just a light drizzle. And if you stood in it too long, you started to get damp. But it wasn't anything to work in if you're going to avoid it. So we pretty much became indoor cats all day long today. KK6ZKE, K6MYC.
Yeah, it's KK6ZKE. Yeah, my cousin came in from Oklahoma, so we were just out touring the town that he used to live in, and I still do.
Oh, the town that you used to live in and you still do. Where is that again?
My cousin Phil's from Stillwater, Oklahoma. He was a head photographer for OSU.
Your brother-in-law visiting you from Oklahoma, is that it?
Yeah, he hasn't been back to Fresno in quite a long time, so we were just touring around and looking at things.
Oh, yeah. Well, a lot's changed in Fresno, I think. I went to school here in 1958 at Fresno State, and boy, since that time, Herndon Avenue was a dirt road, I think, in those days. And I remember seeing the first McDonald's going up with a sign that says over 1 million sold. So Fresno's changed a lot over.
Well, roger that. I wasn't aware that we have a traffic circle on McKinley Avenue now, but I'm looking at it online here.
Oh, I'll be darned, on McKinley. I'm trying to figure out where out on McKinley that might be. That must be close to the airport or something?
No, it's right up against the UPS Center.
Which end of McKinley?
99 highway end.
Oh, down near 99. Okay, I haven't been out that way on McKinley forever. I don't know if I ever went out McKinley. So that would be a new one on me. Okay. Anyway, I'm glad you're enjoying revisiting your town and learning all about it again. KK6ZKE with KE6VON and KG6ZKE. No, that's not right. Charlie Echo Fox, I should say. K6MYC, Bozo Net, 2 meters. Who else do we have in here?
K6TY. KJ6TYO 1009.
Okay, good evening, Ron, and good evening, Aaron. KJ6TYO 1009. Take one, Aaron, over.
Yeah, good evening, and for reference, that roundabout is brand new. They just opened it up. It's part of the high-speed rail construction there between 99 and the railroad track. So they're actually going to be building an overpass over Golden State and the UP and the high-speed rail right there in front of the the UPS depot. So yeah, it's been a mess over there. It's been fun living on this side of town and having a bunch of stuff getting closed and then opened and then rerouted, and oh boy, it's been fun. So, but K6USY 1079 and Bozo 1100 giving kids baths, and the 2-year-old just walked in, and she might actually say hi to you on the microphone.
Okay, who wants to say hi on the mic?
Well, the 2-year-old just ran out of the room, so never mind. So
the 3-year-old, okay. Maybe he'll run back in later. Very good. Fine on the run down there, on the overpass and the location there. Let's see. Ron, pick it up. KJ6TYO, K6MYC. Go ahead, Ron.
Okay, thanks, Mike. Yep, all I did today was the wife took all the Christmas stuff down, and I loaded it all up on a trailer. Yes, a trailer, and hauled it down the road to my mom's house to the sea container, and unloaded all that. So that was a couple hours worth of work. So, and got wet in the process. All the containers got wet, and so did I. So anyway, did get a little bit of a heavy drizzle, we'll call it.
Yeah, it was kind of a funny drizzle. I don't know how much actual rain we got out of it, but it was long term. It went all day. All day. It started out this morning, and it was drizzling, and it just picked up a little bit off and on. What are you looking for, Judy?
KM6SR, number 432.
Okay. We've got what would we call a kamikaze moth flying around in here in the shack this evening. He came in and hit me in the head. He's obviously gooned out by the lights. Judy's trying to keep him from getting crazy. It jumped on her too. It flies into your hair for some reason. I don't know what's wrong with this moth, but he's a sicko. Good evening, Rob. Take one, KM6SRR, and the group K6MYC.
Okay, thanks, Mike. Let's see, I got in a little bit late here. Was Daryl your first guy? And I wanted to say hello to Daryl, too. Over.
Go right ahead.
Hi, Rob.
Hi, Daryl. KG6CEF, KM6SR. Good to hear you.
Ah, thanks. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I try to be first guy out on Sundays.
All right. Good for you. Anybody else, Mike, that I missed?
Well, let's see. We got Terry in here, 704. We've got Adam, KE6VON, and I think that's pretty much it up till the last couple.
Okay, I got him. I'll be listening more contently.
Yeah, you're good. Righty. I thought we'd have more guys. We sure as heck can't figure out what's going on with Rick down there. I think you've made a couple of calls, Rob, but you haven't been able to get to any call to go through to Rick down there, KB6RQU.
Yeah, the first call I made, let's see, what did it do? I think just rang and rang or something, and then the next one I left a message and I haven't heard anything back. Over.
Yeah, I wonder if he's okay down there.
Oh, I hear John there, 831, High Desert.
I hear John, but he's really weak at the moment. I don't know where I think I'm pointed down that way. Okay, well, I'm pointed right down that way, so he's going to come up in a minute. He's just very weak at the moment.
Yeah, I think he's pointing a different direction there. It sounds like it.
All righty. Well, let's see. We should have, I'm kind of expecting to see Kerry in here this evening. KC5D2U. Kerry, I'm going to make your ears burn, and maybe he'll run out to the shack. KC5D2U, are you here?
226 is here.
226 is here. I was thinking of you next. I wanted to make your ears burn, but you beat me to it, Ken. Good evening, and Happy New Year.
Thank you, Mike. WA6OIB here. Yeah, Happy New Year to you too, and all the other gang on the frequency here. Yeah, I've been listening for a couple of minutes anyway. Just came off the Fresno net, and then a guy I hadn't talked to in about 10 years showed up, so we chatted after the net. So 86VN. So I think he's got enough equipment to get on here, but it's all scattered around. He moved a few years ago, and he's got stuff scattered everywhere. So I'm gonna talk him into getting his sideband stuff going and see if he can get some antennas up in the air and get on the Bozo here.
Yeah, what was his call again?
Alpha Delta 6 Victor November, Mark. He lives out in the ranchos.
Okay. Maybe we'll get him in here. I worked a little bit of 40 meters last night on working a bunch of guys back east, and I ran into one guy that I've worked many times, AD4 Delta X-ray, AO4DX, I guess is what it's called, or Kilo Oscar 4 Delta X-ray. I don't remember the prefix. Anyway, he's got 2-meter antennas up, and he's got a 6M7JHV up, and he was complaining. He's in the Atlanta area, and he's complaining that the activity has been pretty low And I said, you should do what we did, or what Fred did several years ago when he noticed that it was diminishing and he started the Bozo Net. I says, I don't recommend you call your nets a Bozo Net, but you need to get something started like that. The problem that he has is he still works and he can't be on like I am here every night. He doesn't get home till 8 and yada, yada, yada. So he checks into as many as he can, but so far, maybe he's got to talk somebody else locally that's retired into running a net, at least on 2 meters. And I said, gradually what happened here was we were started out as a 2-meter Bozo Net, and then we started collecting other frequencies. And because I had the free time, I just went ahead and picked up everybody with their permission, everybody else's net. Some of the guys passed away that were running it. Others just volunteered it. One of the guys that ran the 432 net moved away. And that's how we ended up with them all here. I didn't go out and buy them, I can tell you that. But I'm glad we have them, and everybody has folded in nicely, and we've got a wonderful communications network here. And I was hoping that maybe to other parts of the country, he knew about the Bozo Net, and he's watched it. In fact, he's watched the stream. He knew we were streaming, and et cetera, et cetera. So quite a few guys around the country, I've kind of hawked it to them. And a few of them have found it on their own, and most of them have gone and looked at it after I've told them about it. And it's just going to be a matter of time before somebody gels one somewhere. I'm sure we'll have other nets like this one that are high-tech that has helped us with the streaming and all the rest of that. Anyway.
Sure. Well, it is unique, and it's catchy. I think. I wish we could get out a little bit further, get more guys on up north and whatnot, and down south. But they're there, but a lot of them don't operate that often. That's the only problem.
Yeah, it is. There is stagnancy in certain areas. The Bay Area has enough people that you pick up one and you lose one, but at least there's a little movement there. But like Redding, we've got the 2 guys that check in consistently from Redding, but there's 40 or 50 guys, out of which there could be another 2 or 3 that would check in on a regular basis all the way from Chico on up and around in that area. 112 what?
Regular check-ins.
Yeah, that would be good, 112. Yeah, that would be a busy night, I can tell you.
All week long.
Oh, yeah, all week long. I think Judy's added it up a couple of times. We get 112 check-ins, and many of those are duplicates, of course, but at least they're checking in, so we got quite a bit of activity here. Anyway, Ken, good to hear you. Hopefully Gwen and everybody's fine, and you're starting to get ready for the new year and settle in for the next ride.
Yeah, well, Gwen's just getting over the COVID again. She's tested positive several days ago, but she's negative today. So, she had it 2 months ago and she got it again. So I don't know. And the other news is I've been dealing with my brother's situation, been visiting him quite a bit and taking food over there and whatnot. He passed away at 3 o'clock this morning, so that was kind of sad. So we've lost him. So we're dealing with that.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Ken. I don't know if you ever told us, but was he older or younger than you?
He's younger, 2 years younger. He turned 75 in September 16th, and I was 77 in August. So we're a year and 2 years and 10 months apart. 1 month apart, excuse me.
Oh boy. And I think you said he had cancer, didn't he?
Yes, right. Started with bladder cancer, and then it went all over the place.
Yeah. Oh boy. Oh, I'm so sorry. But if it starts to go all over, you're almost better off to not have to live through that. Most people don't live through it. Even to have to put up with it is a gigantic pain.
Really sorry.
And I know you put a lot of time and prayer into helping him, so we appreciate your efforts, and he does too, I'm sure, wherever he is today. On his ride up north, over.
Yeah, right. Well, my big concern is, of course, his wife. She's got issues and whatnot, and we're trying to gather around and figure out how we're gonna handle her, take care of her, or whatnot. Because he took care of her mostly, because she's had a bad accident a number of years ago, and that's how they met. He had an accident too, but he recovered, and she had a lot of brain damage. But she's such a sweet person, but she's got to have a lot of help. So we're trying to figure out how we're going to manage that. So we'll get through it.
Yeah, I guess we do, and you know how to do it. You've had a lot of practice, and you're motivated, and it's nice that she has somebody like you and the family there to back up on it. That's great. Something else I was going to say. What the heck was it? Oh, I'm sorry about Gwen. That's the kickback of Paxlovid again, isn't it?
Perhaps, I don't know. It's been, a while since she's had that, of course. But yeah, this one hit her pretty hard too. Each time she gets it, it gets worse. The first few times it wasn't anything but a minor, sniffles and cold and whatnot. But now she's got a lot of congestion, and she's having a hard time. But she's coming out of it. She's pretty good today. And like I said, she tested negative today for it, so at least that part's gone, and we'll just keep nursing her back to health. WA60IB.
Yeah, WA60IB and the group K6MYC. We'll pick up the breakers in 1 second. But you must have had a hard time dealing with that for the last week, because it was right over the Christmas holidays. How did she manage to stay separate from everybody in your family? Over.
Well, everybody's been, had it and this and that, but she was masked up and the whole bit and stayed away, and just we visited from afar, so to speak. She dealt with it as best we could, but everybody seems to be fine, so I think we went through it okay.
Yeah, well, good. She's a tough lady, but I hate to have her see her keep coming down with that. That's that long COVID. It just keeps coming back on you. Every little thing triggers it. Apparently, they've found, even in the vaccinations, in the mRNA design, there's some the COVID spikes are in there. They're finding people that have never had COVID with COVID in their system. So it was not done right in many respects. Okay.
Give her our best wishes for a healthy, enjoyable New Year.
Thank you, Judy. I'll let her know.
Thank you, Ken. All right, I heard a couple of others there. Maybe we're looking at more check-ins to the 2-meter Bozo Net here Sunday night. K6MYC in the group listening. Go ahead.
W6QUI.
W6QUI. Well, my goodness sakes, let me get the antenna over your way. You got a booming signal here tonight, Ron. Somehow I'm over there. How did I get over here? I must have touched the button. I'm already pointed in your direction. Or actually a little past you, but anyway, great to hear you. We've been missing you. Have you been well?
Oh yeah, I've been fine. I've just been gone a lot in the evenings and unable to, be by the radio. I did get on last Tuesday, like Christmas Eve on 1200, but never heard anybody. I kind of figured a lot of people would be busy, but I happened to be home that evening, and but I gave it a try, but I never heard a whisper out of anybody. Anyway, Ron, W6QUI, Bozo 1065. Also, I'd like to pick in Eric. He was going to get on tonight, and he found out he had a family get-together with some of his wife's family, so he had to back out of it. But I'll check him in. KN6EIV is Bozo 1044. So he may start getting on a little more regular, we hope. He just got back from New Zealand. He and his wife do a lot of hiking. They were in Australia last year, and they went to New Zealand this year. It's summertime down there right now, and I saw a lot of pictures. Man, New Zealand's really a beautiful country. I didn't realize what it was like, and It's got rainforests and deserts and big mountains. It's going to surprise me. Anyway, that's the story. So I've been fine. I just haven't been home at the right time, that's all. And that's about it from here, I guess. I've been reading you fine. You've been running S9 all evening here, so I was going to try and tell you, don't move your antenna. You're good where you are. Anyway, back to you there, Mike. Over.
Yeah, very good, Ron. Well, somehow I must have had it in the automatic position, and somehow I must have touched the knob, and it took off and went to 211.
Yeah, we were here for Christmas Eve.
What's that?
We were here Christmas Eve.
Yeah, and we were on Christmas Eve, but of course I can't hear you. We need to have somebody like WA6AAJ or Alpha 6 Sugar hear you. And Frank hasn't been in here for several days. Frank's recovered, I think, but he's got some equipment now that has given him some trouble, so he's off because the equipment isn't working 100% because he's had he had a big problem with one of his eyes. It turned out he had a little piece of grass sticker or something in his eye, along with the poison oak that he got in the eyes, and it prolonged the agony and the fact that he couldn't see out of that eye for a long time, which really kept him from doing a lot of work. But he was working today on his neighbor's property, putting in a road, I think, and maybe next couple of days we'll see him down here finally. But anyway, he would have been able to hear you also on that night if he had been here. Anyway, I'm glad to hear you, and we've got Eric checked in. KN6EIV is Eric's call if you were trying to look it up. And the other one we haven't heard over your way for quite some time is Rob. I think it's Rob or Bob, KN6WRW. Isn't that Bob or somebody?
It's Bill.
Yeah, Bill, I'm sorry. I knew I wasn't right when I said it. I had the B right. Anyway, I worked a guy the other night, speaking of Bob's, and that he says, my name is Bob, and that's with one O. If you change it to two O's, it's I don't like the name.
Okay. Anyway, yeah, when he can, he checks in, but it's pretty rare.
I got it. Yeah. We don't. He didn't check in. He didn't have him. We got all the Bozo so far. Fine on the New Zealand trip, Eric. That's going to be interesting to hear if we can get Eric on here, drive up to the hilltop and one of these nights, and give us a rundown. It sounds like it was exciting. I went to New Zealand, so I spent some time there by accident. I spent some time there going and coming from to McMurdo in the south, in the Antarctic. And I worked, that was in 1995. I had a job down there that we were working with NASA. We had built some antennas for NASA, and they wanted me to come down and help them put the array up. It was a big satellite tracking array that we built for them. And I was down there in the New Zealand summer. But by the time you get to Antarctic, it's no longer summer anymore. Our warmest day was 40. Over.
Oh my! That's probably an unusual down that far. Yeah, that's amazing. They love to hike. You know, this is like a multiple day, 50-mile hike, so it takes several days to do that. But they both enjoy doing that. So yeah, I'm sure he'll give you a report on it.
Yeah, that'll be good. We'll look forward to it. Anybody else want to say hello to Ron before we move on here? And I'm boofed up here because I don't know whether Rick would have checked in by now. Is anybody still pointed down toward Rick? It could give Rick a call. Go ahead.
I just wanted to say hi to Ron, WA6OIB.
Go ahead.
I think I just did. Hi, Ron.
Yeah, good evening, Ken. Sorry to hear about your brother. That's a sad situation, but anyway, maybe a relief. Anyway, good evening to you. Good signal. I've been hearing just about everybody that checked in. I don't know where they're pointed, but they all come in pretty good over here.
Yeah, well, you've got your normal 20 over signal here, so you sound great. Okay, very good. Well, let's see about Rick then, Mike. WA60IB. Take care, Ron.
Very good. Thank you.
Where are you pointed, Rob?
Yeah, just waiting to get in here. How you doing, Ron? W6QUI, KM6SR, and I'll go down and get Rick, Mike.
Oh, yeah, I hear you fine, Rob. Good evening. Yeah, you're got some mole pass, but you're Q5. That's all that matters. Over.
Roger, I may not have been pointed right at you there, but anyway, good to hear you.
Yeah, you got a good signal. Yeah, I've been absent for a while because I have not been home on the right days, but I'm pretty well caught up with some of the stuff, so I should hopefully be on a little more regular now.
All right, that sounds good. We'll be looking forward to it. We'll say 73's W6QI, KM6SR, going down to get Rick.
3.
And while you're doing that, I'll point up towards Santa Cruz because I think we've picked up everybody else. Let me go up and see if we've got Santa Cruz waiting, but you go ahead and call Rick there.
Roger. Hey, Rick, KB6RQU. Are you on tonight for the 2-meter Bozo Net? KB6RQU. This is KM6SR with K6MYC. Standing by. Old Bozo 61. Rick, you on tonight? Nothing heard, Mike. I'll join you up there in Santa Cruz.
KB6WSC.
Oh, my goodness. Good evening. Mike, didn't expect to hear you. KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie. Good to hear you. I just came up to the Bay Area. And I don't know how you knew I was pointed. I guess you're watching the stream, so you're like, no, you can't. You can't be seeing my rotator because it's not working. So you probably only guessed that I was pointing toward Santa Cruz because I said it. Anyway, how you doing, Mike? And Happy New Year to you. KB6 Whiskey Foxtrot Charlie Daly City, K6MYC.
K6MYC, KB6WSC. Yeah, I heard you were swinging around towards Santa Cruz, so I thought I'd give a shot while there was a moment to shout. So good evening, 73 tall, and it's a nice cool evening. We had rain in the morning, but no more rain this evening. Over.
Give Judy your Bozo number, Mike.
Roger. The Bozo number is 775. Judy, 775.
Very clear. Very clear. Thank you.
Okay, there you go. Thank you, Mike, and good to hear you. Happy New Year, by the way, and we'll see you tomorrow on one band or the other here, 6 meters perhaps. See, who else in the Bay Area is hearing us? I was looking kind of for Santa Cruz. I think I overshot Santa Cruz here, but I will take anybody up that way that's hearing us. K6MYC in the 2-meter Bozo Net, over.
K610.
Oh, there's 610. Let me get Santa Cruz first, guys. We hear you other fellows in there, but 610, go ahead, take a transmission. We've been missing you for the last 4 or 5 days, Tom, but I'm sure you have a good excuse, buddy.
Yeah, very good, Mike. Yeah, it's family. I had family here for, let's see, Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, and the day after. So this is my first day back in the seat here, and got on the air today and found a few new problems with my station that I'll have to turn to and fix hopefully before the new year. K6MYC, KW6S.
Yeah, well, good to hear you. And we did miss you. Of course, we knew you were tied up with family and other commitments. No problem. I'm just giving you a bad time. But great to hear you. And sorry about the problems in the shack. They're never ending when you have a complicated shack. I'm lucky right now. Everything is just continuing to work, and I'm not pushing it.
Don't say anything.
Don't say anything. Knock on wood, huh? Okay, let's see. We should take a listen and see if Lee is in there. Lee, I wonder if you're copying me there in Watsonville area. Alpha Foxtrot 6 United, K6MYC. I don't hear Lee, but in the meantime, Tom, Happy New Year to you and the family. And of course, we'll see you tomorrow night on 222 and 6 meters and so on.
Yeah, very good. Yeah, I should be on tomorrow night. I did disconnect my 222 transverter doing some troubleshooting here. I think I've got it back together, but I haven't checked that yet, but I will before tomorrow night. And we'll see. I think it's one of those things that it's a problem that only shows up when I point at Japan. So I think I should be okay Fresno tomorrow night. K6MYC, KW6S.
Oh boy, that sounds like a feed line problem, doesn't it? Well, you wouldn't be pointing at Japan on 222, would you?
No, but once before I found that it was a really obscure problem, but when I point at Japan, where my tower is, it means I'm also pointing basically at my shack. And I had a problem before where it would cause a leading edge spike and overdrive my amplifier on 6. But then I found out that if I disconnected the transverter 28 megahertz IF, the problem went away. So some ferrite kind of took care of that. But this new one is shutting off an interface box and deselects my antennas, which isn't a good thing. It's a good thing it also kills the push-to-talk.
Oh, boy. We've got no end of RF feedback and problems there. Holy cow. Well, I'm sure you'll sort it out, Tom. Good luck with that. And funny series of cause and effects, so to speak. All right, let me see. Let's go on up back into the Bay Area. I haven't moved the antenna. It doesn't matter where I point. I'm hearing you guys in good shape, but I may have to tweak and peak a little bit for some of the Bay Area stations there. So, 7-3 for now. We'll try one more time for Lee. Lee, are you in here? Are you F6 United? Here, Lee. How about Kevin? KWA6 JKN, K6MYC. You, Kevin?
KM6SR.
Go ahead, Rob.
Yeah, I just want to give a shout out to Tom. I hope you can hear me, Tom, without too much of your noise over there. KW6S, this is KM6SR. I want to wish you a Happy New Year, over.
Tom, are you copying Rob?
You know, I got my call sign and it sounded kind of like Rob, but I just really can't pull it out.
Must have took a fade, Rob.
Yeah, he said he can't quite pull it out there. So anyway, that's fine. If you want to pass it on, Mike, that's good too. Back to net, KM6SR.
Well, you got a Happy New Year coming to you, Tom, from Rob, KM6SRR. Anyway, whether you can hear him or not. Over.
Well, same back in direction for all of you there. Looking forward to it and just enjoying ham radio a lot. KM6SR somewhere on the side there. K6MYC, KW6S.
Okay, and I will do what we did before, I think, because we don't have anything special planned except for midnight. And I'll wait around and give Judy a kiss on her lips on midnight on New Year's Eve. But we'll be in here for the nets, and whether you're partying or not, and whether you can make it in the shack or not won't matter. We'll keep it loose until after the first of the year. Then I'm going to come at you with both guns blazing if you don't check into the nets in January. 7-3, Tom. Happy New Year. And over to anybody in the Bay Area now. K6MYC. Go ahead.
Hey, Tom and I will both be on CW that night on Straight Key Night, right, Tom?
Hey, Tom.
Yeah. A6KLY.
On hang on, Russ. Go ahead, Ken.
Yeah, Tom, you and I are going to be on straight key night on the New Year's Eve, right?
You know, I won't be. I'd like to be, but I just my CW skills are never were good, and they've faded down from that quite a bit.
Oh, okay. I thought you were going to brush up for it. Oh, well. Anyway, that's what a lot of us will be doing New Year's Eve, late evening and over the New Year. So, all right, WA60IB.
Okay. Who else was in there again?
Oh, Russ was in there.
Russ, yeah, Russ. Go ahead. K6KLY. Give Judy your number, and what's new? We haven't heard you for a couple of weeks. How are you doing?
Yeah, howdy, Mike. K6MYC, K6KLY. Judy, I'm number 111. Happy New Year to you. I've been away in the Denver area for a week or so with my family there for Christmas. So Happy New Year to you and Judy. K6KLY, over.
Okay, well, thank you for Russ. Thank you for that, Russ. And the same back to you. And I'm glad you visited the family in Denver. Everybody okay back there in that liberal bastion?
Oh, yeah, everybody's doing fine, Mike. Go ahead.
Okay. No Venezuelan gangs occupying your houses back there, huh?
What was that?
No Venezuelan gangs occupying your houses in Denver, huh?
No, well, I have one of my sons there, his wife, and my grandson, over.
Yeah, very good. All right.
6UBS.
What was that?
Kilo Delta 6, Uniform Bravo X-ray.
Okay, I'm a little distorted audio. Can somebody help me with the station that's trying to check in? Go ahead.
Yes, I can. That's KB6UBX, Kilowatt Delta 6, Uniform Bravo X-ray.
E6UBX. Okay, long time no hear. And you've got a little bit of RF feedback, and that's why the audio is distorted there. You might turn the mic gain down a little bit. It sounds like maybe the mic gain is wide open. But I think it's KE6UBX, but I don't think I have that right. And give us your Bozo number if you would, and your name, and refresh us. I know you're in the Central Valley here, somewhere up above Fresno, over.
Yeah, I'm in Lodi. Hi, Mike. Kilo Delta 6, Uniform Bravo X-ray. I hope I corrected that. This is Sean in Lodi.
Go ahead, Sean. What's your Bozo number? KB6UBX. We got you now.
It's 233. Did that help? I turned down the mic gain.
Oh, yeah, it sounds perfect now. That was just terribly distorted, and I think it had RF feedback in it besides, but at least it's better now. It's perfect. I don't hear anything that I would comment on now, over.
Okay, super. Yeah, I got to keep it turned down, but hope all is well. Hey, have a mega Christmas and 4 more Happy New Years.
Yeah, good deal. Yeah, we had a good Christmas. Our Christmas was a little early here. We had our big Christmas with the family gathering on the 15th instead of the 25th, but we had a good one, and lots of kids, grandkids, and great grandkids here, and lots of good food and nice pleasantries, so to speak. So that was good, and we're looking forward to a very quiet New Year's. We don't have anything planned for New Year's Eve here, but we'll be celebrating it anyway and looking forward to the new year and all the new things happening. Good to hear you, Sean, and try to check in more often if you can there. It's been some time. I remember you used to be quite regularly in here, but maybe it doesn't fit your work schedule or something. KD6UBX in Lodi, K6MYC. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, sorry about that, Mike. Well, we had a lot of family matters this year, and you know what it is when you get full of that, so you got to deal with things as they come. But all is well. God is working things out. So happy 4 more years. Have a great day, and there's no Venezuelan gangs in our neighborhood.
Okay, and the same to you, of course. I'm glad that things are smoothing out up there, and hopefully this will be a beginning of a great new year for everybody. 7-3, Sean, and try to check in more as you can. I know you will when you can.
We're getting a lot of rain.
Did you rain all day up there? Sean, did you get rain all day up there?
Oh, yes. We got rain here, about 4 days, and it did rain here last night.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Judy's daughter lives near you there. She lives in San Andreas, and it's not too far from Lodi, in the same belt, rain belt, if nothing else. And she's been raining up there trying to get things done, and it's hard to do it when it's wet outside. All right, 7-3, Sean, and again, have a great New Year. Happy New Year to you, and we hope to hear you many times again in the New Year. KD6 UBX, K6 MYC. Now back into the Bay Area. Anybody else?
WB6 ISO.
Yeah, here WB6 ISO. Good evening, Dennis. We'll take 86.
Okay, we got a few check-ins here for you if you're ready.
It's almost like somebody's running my radio. All of a sudden, the antenna has turned up to your direction. I was not expecting you because I thought I was pointed at the Bay Area, and I haven't touched the thing. All of a sudden, it's pointing at 333, so here we are. Can't figure out what's doing this, and I don't think it's hooked up to Aaron. Aaron isn't controlling you. Me here. Are you, Aaron? Aaron's not even in the shack. Okay, anyway, take it away, Dennis, and then we'll pick up some others. Give us any of your relays if you have them. And Happy New Year, WB6ISO 86, K6MYC.
Okay, Mike, very, very good, and a very, very pleasant good evening to you, and a good evening to Judy. Happy New Year to both of you, and I will give you some check-ins that I have, some relays. I will give you 3 at a time. We'll start with number 160 336 782 break.
We're not copying much. It sounds like you got the audio turned up wide open again, Dennis. It sounds, it's just pretty terribly distorted here. I'm not getting much. I think I heard 336 in there, but I didn't get the ones before. 160 and 336 so far. Okay. 782. And 782. Judy's doing better than I am. Okay. Let me see if I can get the antennas to get rid of the multipath and copy a little better here. Over.
I've got them all, Mike, so you can go ahead.
I have no problem. I've been talking to the boys over in Nevada and everything else, and I have no problem with the audio, so it must be conditions or something down in your direction. And hopefully we'll get it straightened out, and if you're able to copy me a little better, we'll continue on. Over.
Yeah, go ahead.
Mike. Go ahead, Dennis. I'm hearing you, KM6SR.
Go ahead. I got you now, Dennis.
Good evening there. It says RE. We left off with 782, 849, 132 break.
132, we got it.
1063, 1064, and 1101, over.
You're right here.
And I think that's about all I got, and I'm Bozo 86, and again, thank you very much, and good evening to SRR, and everybody have a very, very nice New Year's. Over.
Okay, fine, Dennis. Check your dial to make sure you didn't bump the knob. You sound like you're a little bit high-pitched, maybe 20, 30 cycles on the high-pitch side here, so it means you're low in frequency, I think.
Nope, negative. Double check is dead on frequency. SRR, are you there?
You sound great here, Dennis, WA60IB.
Sound absolutely beautiful here. And hey, while I didn't understand, I was watching or listening earlier. Was that your brother that had passed away? Is that what I understood?
Yes, Dennis. Yeah, my younger brother. Yes.
I'm sorry to hear that, buddy. By golly, sad news on this time of the year. But anyway, I wish you a very, very happy New Year. It's kind of hard the way the circumstances are, but nevertheless, I wish you the best of anything and everything for you, okay?
Well, thank you, Dennis. Yeah, well, I've been spending quite a bit of time with him lately, and last night was there. My daughter and I were there last night, and he was ready. Let us know he was ready. So he's in no pain. That's the main thing. So we'll miss him, but he's in a better place. That's for sure. Thank you much for your thoughts. Appreciate it. WA60IB.
Yeah, well, it's kind of hard, but like I said, sometimes it's better to just let them go other than suffering, and it's difficult to do, I know, but sometimes it's best, I suppose. Anyway, very nice signal. You're at 2030 over S9. Beautiful signal, audio-wise and everything else. Great. Thank you for the report, and I'm glad my audio is still working fine. Catch you later. Have a nice New Year. WE6ISO.
Golf Yankee.
Okay, I'll take you, Phil. We're not pointed at you, but we'll take you, WB6GGY. Good evening.
Very good evening, and pass along to Ken. Very sorry to hear about his brother, break.
Can you copy GGY, Ken?
No, nothing. I can't even tell he's there. What's going on? He's usually got a great signal. Something's different.
Okay, well, he's in Twainhard. I'm not sure what their heading is, but I hear Phil no matter what.
I know where he's at, yeah, I've known him for years, but no, for some reason he's not making it down here.
He's offering condolences on your brother, of course, over.
Oh, yeah, he's met him, years ago, yeah. Thank you, Phil, if you're copying me. I'm sorry I'm not copying you. I don't know whether you're down in power or what, but, oh, well.
Just conditions, Ken, just conditions. Okay, anyway, very sorry to hear about your brother. 7373, and we'll back off here, Mike, and let you finish your net. WD6GGY will be standing by.
Roger, Phil. I will not be there in the morning. I have a doctor's appointment, so I will not be on tomorrow. I might be there Tuesday, but of course Bob won't be on Tuesday. But I may be back on Tuesday, but I won't be there tomorrow morning on 40 meters. 7-3 for now, Phil, and Happy New Year, of course. Now, let's see. Let me go back to the Bay Area where I should be here and finish up the Bay Area and how we got tangled up here.
I'll give you something to listen to here, W6PQL.
There you go. Now you're fine. W6PQL. The controller keeps taking off on itself. It's jumping modes on me, or maybe I'm bumping the knob or something. I don't know what. But anyway, good to hear you. Good Happy New Year, W6PQL 1296. Go ahead.
Okie dokie. Well, I'm having to listen to you on the live stream, so I have to kind of guess when let me kill the audio on the live stream. That's distracting me here, and I can't remember what I'm saying. But anyway, what I'm trying to say is there's such a high noise level over here tonight that receiving you direct on 2 meters is extremely difficult. I'm sure you have that happen in some directions, but it was quiet a couple of minutes ago. It just came on about 5 minutes ago and started wiping everything out. It comes and goes here. I wish I knew what it was. Anyway, nothing going on here that's out of the ordinary, but I do have a couple of golf days scheduled. It's going to be soggy out there, but I need to get out and get some exercise, so I have those plans. K6MYC, W6PQL.
Okay. Well, good. If it's been raining a lot, soggy at your place. We had rain all day, but wouldn't do anything that you would measure. I swear, if we got a quarter of an inch all day long with the steady rain that we had, it was just kind of heavy mist. You could get wet if you stood out long enough in it, and it just was steady all day. Oh, maybe it'll add up to something, but I don't even think it will. But it certainly it wouldn't make our golf greens mushy here. Good to hear you. And Happy New Year, of course. Now, let's see that I'm pointing in the Bay Area. Let's see if we can get anybody else here. K6MYC in the Bozo Net looking for Bay Area check-ins. Over.
KB6BS.
And then 285.
Okay, I heard Judy heard 285. Jim, take it to WB6JNN.
Yeah, well, you're S9, so you should be hearing me before you were in S2 or 3, my noise level. I don't know where you were aimed, but it wasn't here. Anyway, yeah, good evening. Yeah, rain here today. My son got started early this morning to drive back to San Diego, and he stayed ahead of the rain. He didn't ever have any rain, so he got home, I don't know, around 2 o'clock or 1 o'clock, something like that. And, yeah, there you go, WB6JNN.
He had to drive to San Diego, is that what it was?
Yeah, he's been up here for the last 5 days.
Okay. Yeah, boy. Got home at 2 a.m. Well, you can do that sort of stuff when you're young.
2 this afternoon.
Oh, 2 this afternoon. I'm sorry. I was struggling with trying to get my Bluetooth going as you were describing that. All of a sudden, it went into a different mode, and I had to cycle it. So I wasn't able to concentrate. My fault, not yours. Good signal over here, Jim. Good to hear you. And Happy New Year, of course, to you. And I'm glad you had the chance to have your son up with you for a few days there. Anything else? But it probably rained over there today, didn't it?
Yeah, the cats were in all day. Although the young cat went out and got totally soaking wet. He must have gone over the fence, and by the time he came back, it was raining pretty good. And a couple of days ago, I did get
Kilo 6, Victor, Bravo Golf, 971, check in.
Roger, Dave. Okay, what happened a couple of days ago, Jim?
I was able to go fly my catapult plane.
Oh, in a couple of days from now?
No, a couple of days ago.
Oh, and what happened? Of course, it started to rain and hasn't stopped since. Is that it?
Yeah, it's been raining off and on. The field was wet, and I got some warping on part of the plane. I replaced it with some plastic plate from a foam plate, and I don't think that's going to get the warping.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, that'll help. Well, the reason I missed a little bit of that was that but Dave just broke in, and he's not copying you. Dave, good evening. We got you. I'll be up your way in just a second. Dave, K6VBG 971, and okay on everything else, Jim. But when the locals in Course Gold come in, they absolutely obliterate my signal. Anybody that I'm trying to hear here. And, of course, he couldn't tell that you were in there. All right, let's see. Before I get up to Dave, let's see. I think there was one other one in the Bay Area that wanted to get in here. We haven't heard AB6SR for some time. Stan, are you with us?
KB6BS.
Okay, I hear KE6QR 177. Hang on a second there, Gary. And KB6BA, Oliver. Oliver, good evening. Happy New Year. And give Judy your number and tell us what you've been up to.
Yep, that's number 900. Got some noise in the shack here. Got back from New Mexico a couple days ago. Very, very nice weather down there. And good to see the green hills flying back in the plane. I think the Bay Area, San Jose and South is still a little bit behind normal. But as soon as you start going north, they got very good rainfall numbers. K6MRC, KB6BS.
Yeah, okay. Well, we're green here. We greened up real fast, even though we haven't had a lot of rain. We've had about 4 inches total since May. Most of it happened about a month ago. And the last month we've been waiting to get from 3 inches to 4 inches, and we finally got to 4. And it might be a bit more today because it did sprinkle here all day. A very light but consistent, steady drizzle for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. So I guess that's going to build up some water sooner or later here. Now, if we get one big rain, we'll probably have a lot of runoff, and that's what we need to get our ponds filled, or our water reservoirs, fire control basins, if you will. Anyway, great that you had a good time in New Mexico, and yeah, I would imagine that this would be a good time of year for weather down there. You don't get a lot of rain at this time of year down there. That was good. Take another one, and then we'll shoot it over to, oh, for gosh sake, over to Gary up there north of you. KB6BA, K6MYC.
Okay, very good. I just remembered that sometime back, someone reactivated a 2-meter CW beacon. There used to be one many years ago in Sausalito, but the new one is still on the same frequency. And where is it located? Over.
Is this FM, just a regular CW beacon, or did you say a sideband beacon?
Well, I meant CW beacon, just like it was before. It's CW.
Yeah, I've heard that one. Just came back. Can't remember what the call is, but I heard it the other day. Over.
Okay, I'll keep an ear open. Maybe others will have more information on it. Okay, just curious. And I've got lots of radio projects to keep you busy. KB6BA.
Yeah, it's keeping us in the house. It's not keeping us busy, but it's got the cats very ticked off. They all want to go out, but they don't want to go out. They go out for 2 minutes, and then they want to get back in. And, of course, we've had my son and his daughter. His wife is here off and on, and they are expected to be on their vacation by now, but they had car trouble or truck trouble. So they're in town trying to get their truck going right. But what happens is when they're in town, they're staying with us. And they have 2 dogs, and boy, that it drives our cats nuts, because they even smell a dog. They can smell a dog from 40 miles away, I swear to God. We got one cat at the other end of the house, a good 75 and 3-4 rooms separated. If that dog walks in the back door from the garage, the other cat, we got one cat, he goes right under our bed in the bedroom 75 feet away. It's just amazing. One of them jumps up in the cat box, goes very high, and the third one is already outside hiding somewhere. And the fourth one just never comes in. He just stays away. So all the cats have their own way of avoiding the dogs, but it doesn't make them happy.
Tell them what the skunks do.
Oh, yeah. Every day that the dogs come home lately, the last 2 nights, I guess they went out to drain their tanks before they came in the house, and they come back in, and the next thing you know, they smell like skunks. So they've been stirring up the skunks. They've had to have a bath every night the last 2 nights coming home. Over.
Yeah, my sister has 2 Mastiffs and a Rottweiler, Tibetan Mastiff, and a English Mastiff, and very demanding. They want a lot of attention. And unfortunately, like all Mastiffs, they drool a lot, so there's a lot of housekeeping associated with that. Over.
Info.
What did you say, Ken? Jim?
Oh, well, I know where that beacon is. It's, I think the one that Stan is referring to is 144-293. Is that the one, Stan?
No, it's Oliver.
Oh, Oliver, yeah. Sorry, Oliver.
And Oliver, you're a little off frequency. You've gone high-pitched on us. Over.
Yeah, my 10 megahertz reference is being used for something else, so understand. Okay, 144-293, and where's it located, Jim?
Yeah, Charlie Mike 87 VU is what it's signing, and when I looked it up on the internet, it looks like it's up in the East Bay somewhere, Oakland, somewhere like that, maybe Berkeley.
Okay, good enough. I'll check it out. And that's all I have. Good to hear everyone. KB6BA.
All righty. Thanks for that, Jim. Now, let's see. Let me get it up to Gary. Gary, I can move you a little bit. before we get to you. Well, let's see if I can copy you. KE6QR, K6MYC. Go ahead.
You were really strong earlier, but it's full right now. Merry Christmas to everybody. Happy New Year. Still last guy working 65 contracts in the Sioux Ferry 168 CW contract.
Robert, Ken, pick it up, would you? I've got a phone call just for a second.
23 minutes or so. So you have a great day.
Go ahead, Ken. KM6SR. I can't hear Gary or Oliver. Over.
Mike had a telephone call. He'll be back.
Okay, thanks, Ken.
Roger. Thanks for the QSO after 6 a.m. this morning.
Likewise, same here. I got 2 whole extra contacts by getting out of bed this morning.
I just stayed up all night, which is my habit.
What did you get? How many did you get?
115, a score of 481.
That's pretty good. Fantastic. What was your furthest contact?
I guess KH6 and a bunch of Caribbeans.
Okay, very good. Yeah, I got Hawaiian calls. I know my first Alpha Quebec.
Oh yeah, he was a beacon on the band. The conditions were really unusual this weekend. Lots of noise, atmospheric noise, and I had noise from arcing antennas. And it's a long story, but I couldn't resist. I'd never planned to get in the contest, seriously. But you know how it is. You get sucked in after you get on for a few minutes.
Oh, I was looking forward to this one, and I'll be on for the rest of them too. The PQ1 in January and February, and then there's one more Sioux Ferry in March.
Oh yeah, I got a lot of wire antennas to fix here. I'm gonna work on it tomorrow. Anyway, waiting for Mike.
I'm back.
Go ahead.
Okay, and let me just finish with Gary. Gary, I didn't get much of your transmission. Take a quickie, and then we'll get it back over to Ken and continue here without any more, hopefully, interruptions. KE6QR, K6MYC. Happy New Year, Gary.
Happy New Year, Mike. You're sounding good tonight. I think you got tuned in on me pretty good. You're about S5, S7, and I was talking to Ken about the Sioux Ferry contest. I made some contacts on that, and we worked each other this morning about a little after 6 a.m. So life is good. So have a happy New Year, and back to K6MYC, K6QR.
Okay, K6QR. Good deal on working Ken that early hour. 73s, and again, Happy New Year. We'll see you many times in the new year, Gary. And Rob, KN6RO, Rodeo Oakley, K6MYC. Go ahead, Ken.
K6MYC, N6RO, Bozo 835. High temperature 56 and low about 45. We had 0.15 inches of rain. Dinner tonight was salmon and asparagus. And I spent another sleepless weekend. I should say I did sleep, but during the day I did the night shift both nights in the Canadian contest where we were serious. We had 7 operators here, and we won our multi category. And I was not planning to do the Stu Perry seriously, but I got on about 9 o'clock last night. Had a good run for about 30 minutes. I had about 70 contacts in 30 minutes, and then it just dried up. So I went back in and snacked and watched football for a while, but they kept calling me to come back to the radio. You know how that is. You get sucked in once you dabble in a contest. N6RO.
Yeah, very good. This was the Canadian contest, and you say you won your category, huh?
Yeah, we had nearly 2,200 QSOs, more CW than phone. Normally we get about an even balance, but all of our operators were CW preferred operations. And we broke in a new member of our team who's an experienced contester. He really helped out. He made one-third of all of our contacts. Anyway, it was a good weekend in that respect, but I got a lot of troubleshooting to do on the wire antennas.
Oh boy, okay. After it stops raining, huh? We rained like that all day. We probably got about the same amount of rain you got. I mean, it was raining, and just a light drizzle all day. It's just enough to tick you off, and you didn't want to work in it. But it didn't amount to much. We probably got 1.5 or 2/10 of an inch, too. If we got much more than that, I'd be very surprised. But it was annoying to have that drizzle there all day. But maybe now we could follow it with a big rain of an inch or so, then we'd start to fill some ponds. That would be wonderful, because the ground is now saturated. It's been drizzly and wettish for the last week or so, off and on. And I think we can get some runoff now, for heaven's sakes. So maybe this year we'll get a pond yet before it's all over. Great to hear you again, and of course, Happy New Year coming up, but we'll see you on subsequent evenings, and I'm going to be on every evening, regardless of whether it's New Year's Eve or New Year's Day or whatever it is. I'll just play right on through the game here. And 6RO for a final, K6MYC.
Yeah, good. I think we doubled there. I said I'll try to be serious in the next Stu Perry. I used to be serious, but gone are the days when you have 100 QSOs in the first hour. I think I had about 40-something in a half an hour. Anyway, enough of that. Carry on, go up to Sacramento, and we'll see you during the week. I will delay my Happy New Year's until Tuesday in 6RO.
Okay. I'll take your delay in good faith. But, you know, when you're our age, you never know you're going to be able to be there when you really have to say it.
Yes. Thank goodness for waking up.
Yes. I woke up again. Good God.
Two. Jeepers.
What cheery thoughts we have, huh? Okay. Let's see. I'm sort of pointed sort of into the Bay Area, but sort of not. Is there anybody left in the Bay Area? Let me go back that way. I'm still at the Bay Area, the high end anyway. How about you, Jimmy? KF6QCH, K6MYC. Are you in here, Jimmy? No Jimmy tonight. Is there anybody left in the Bay Area that I missed? AB6SR has been pretty quiet.
I will agree with you, Mike. I haven't heard Dan in a long time, but here you have WB6WNI.
Yeah, good evening, Erie. WB6WNI, and you should give your number to Judy so she can write it down. I kind of know what it is.
Okay, no problem. 1090. Repeat, Judy, it is 1090. Is that a QSL? Then I have a short, funny story for you, Mike, and then you can move on to other parts of California. Back to you.
Well, I'm ready for your short story.
So anyway, so we missed you on Wednesday, and that's the story. 1 hour. So we were going to have everybody over here 1 hour before dinner. My daughter calls and says my grandson is throwing up all over the place. Now, anybody with grandkids have probably seen this before. I haven't. So, fortunately, we had just started putting things together. So, Mike, we packed everything up and went over to my daughter and son-in-law's house, where, of course, by that point, my grandson was as happy as could be. But anyway, we ended up totally unexpectedly transporting the Christmas dinner to my daughter's house. So no way I could be on. And then just to quickly add, I think 432 was not as bad as it could be. The wind had turned the antenna yet again. So maybe this Thursday I'll check before trying to get on. K6MYC, WB6WNI.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you were down pretty thin on 432, but nobody was really bodacious that day anyway, but you were down lower than you should have been, so undoubtedly the antenna direction had something to do with it, because I was really struggling to get you there. Okay, on your unexpected dinner move from one place to another, but obviously you made it work. Over.
Oh yes, it turned out to be just fine. Yes, and I mean, there's a long story, but it was just as well. Let's just say it was just as well we went over to her house because of all the cleanup that still was in progress. If you've ever seen something like that before, and I'm sure anybody who's had a grandson or a little kid has definitely said, oh yes, been there, done that. Anyway, well, let's see. We have Wednesday. Oh, wait a minute. Are you going to be on? This time we will be here. New Year's Day? New Year's Eve, I should say. No, New Year's Day, I should say. Will you be on 2-meter that day?
I'll be on every day, whatever day it is. I haven't looked at the calendar, but I'll be on every net day on the proper day. Over.
Alrighty, it's Wednesday. It's Wednesday, so we'll say Happy New Year to you on Wednesday, just a few days away. K6MYC, W6WNI, 73 to you, Judy, and the net.
Well, thank you, Gary, and good evening to you. Thanks very much, and thanks for sharing the child unwrapping presidents and the mess thereof afterwards. Yeah, we've been through some of those. Some of them are just horrendous. I end up burning Christmas wrappings in the fireplace for about 2 days afterwards. Big cardboard boxes all over, just stuffed full of beautiful, lovely, colorful, torn up, destroyed wrappings. Over.
Oh, yes. So nowadays we can no longer burn those, but I'm old enough to remember doing it. Yes. Now here in San Jose, they don't like that.
Yeah, well, they won't let people burn anything in Fresno either, but I don't live in Fresno. I'm out here in the boonies. Nothing wrong with burning paper. There may be a few little colors and ink, but I think by the time the heat of my fireplace gets to it, there's nothing left. Anyway, it's always a fun thing. 7-3, Gary, thanks for checking in. I'm going to take a quick standby. Anybody else in the Bay Area, please? K6MYC, Bozo Net. Over. All quiet. Okay, Sacramento, here we come. Sorry for the delays here this evening. Here we are up to KO6KD and KJ6KFB. KO6KD, Bill, are you there?
Yeah, hey Mike, K6MYC in the Bozo group. This is KO6KD, number 776, checking in.
Okay, a little light this evening. I'm moving the antenna back and forth, but I didn't find a peak on you. 776, yeah, 776 for Bill. And good evening to you. Good to chat this morning, even though it was brief. And of course, I will not be there tomorrow morning, and I've passed that on to Phil already on this band. But we'll try to be back in on Tuesday. And I did get an invite to get on at a little bit before 8 o'clock, or right around 8 o'clock, up on 7147. Quite a few of the guys are working Long Path Africa at that time, and they're having good success. So I thought I'd drop in and say hello to a few of the African boys that I've been missing on Short Path 40 in the evenings here. So I might get up early one morning at 8 o'clock, maybe Wednesday morning, and go from 8 to 8:30 on that frequency, and then slide down to 137 around 8:30. KO6KD, K6MYC.
Yeah, I think you got the antenna on me now, Mike. You're sounding just fine. Yeah, that's, I know the guys you're talking about, they kind of move around depending on noises up over in Europe or whatever, but that'd be interesting to see how that works out. I listened this morning, my alarm went off at 1 p.m. local time, and I went up to 20 meters and did not hear anything, so apparently that sked today was not enforced at 1 o'clock, so anyway, for the short path, I guess they figured it out yesterday and the day before. But anyway, yeah, that sounds like a plan. That'd be interesting to see how well they hear you on the long path. I've checked in there before. I hear some of the guys that they talk to, the Italians and other things. You know, I hear them from time to time. So it's good guys. They got a good group up there. So okay, well I'll get out of the way here, and we'll look for you tomorrow night then on 220 and 6 meters. So 7-3 for now. I'll get out of the way and let you get the other fellows that are here. K6MYC in the group, KO6KD.
Okay, fine, Bill. And of course, Happy New Year if we somehow get tangled up and miss you somehow. And I don't. You didn't mention whether you'd heard Darren, but I'll take a standby. Darren, are you copying us? KJ6KFB, K6MYC. Over.
756. You were in there, except you turned your antenna too far. I'll let you come back around. I'll talk a little bit so you can find me here again. How you doing, Mike?
I'm doing fine, and we're copying you, even though you went a little bit too far. I didn't get any peak when I came back, so the band has just got you just diffused. Are you diffused and confused tonight, Darren?
Oh, no, not at all. Unloaded a bunch of stuff from the side yard to make room for more antennas. TJ6, KFB.
Okay, very good. We got your 756 in good shape. Happy New Year to you, and we'll look for you tomorrow night. Is your 222 transverter working or not?
We are offline for 220.
Not working for 220, okay. Ken's on frequency here. Ken, are you still with us, WA60IB?
Yep, I'm here, WA60IB.
Okay, he has a Ukrainian 222 transverter. I think you've worked on one or two of those, and he thinks the final has gone in it. Do you have any of those finals left in your repertoire?
I think so. I'd have to look. They're available. They're not that scarce at all. They're a common transistor.
Okay, common transistor for the final, Darren. Darren could replace it himself, he says. Is there something that would be too rare for him to do by himself? Over.
I don't know his skill level, but it's not much. It's it's a TO220 mount, so it's easy to mount.
Okay, are you hearing him okay, Darren?
Almost. And I think he needs to point a little bit more. Maybe we could drop down to 144, 230 and talk.
And you want to do that for just a second, Ken? Go to 230 and chat. Did you get
the beam over towards him now? Let's see if I can copy him.
Okay, give him a little more chatter, Darren. He's in West Sacramento, Ken. I usually have to point about 320 for him. Go ahead, Darren.
You copy, Darren?
Oh, yes. Full copy. 230?
I want you to go to 230, Ken.
Oh, okay. What's going on over there?
Oh, he just wants to take it off frequency so he doesn't tie up the net. Over.
Oh, that's unique. Okay.
Well, that's okay. I don't know. He may have a question whether it's best to send it your way or what's the best way to go at it. You can test his. I'm pretty sure he's capable of doing it himself. So if he can keep you from having to get involved, that's great. I just wasn't sure what the device accessibility was there. We'll see you guys in a few minutes here. WA60IB and KJ6KFB going down to 230. 7-3 for now.
See you, Mike.
Okay, now.
And WA60IB.
Okay, now, anybody else in Sacramento before I try to get Meadow Vista?
Alpha Juliet 6, Quebec Lima.
J6 Queen Lima. Good evening, George. And George, is that right? Yeah, George. What's the matter with me? And I know your Bozo number, but Judy doesn't, so you should give it to her. Over.
Yes. Hello, Judy. Yeah, Happy New Year to you. And Bozo is 1031, but I don't want to hold you up because it's late and you still want to do Nevada, I guess. Over to you, Mike.
Yeah, Yeah, okay, George. Fine and dandy. And hopefully had a nice Christmas with your wife, and even though she's not with you, I imagine you went over and visited, right?
Yes, yeah, I was there pretty much most of the day, and yeah, fed her and all that. So yeah, even though we can't communicate, but we're together. Over.
Yeah, understand. Okay, well, good deal. And of course, Happy New Year to you between now and I'll be on Wednesday night, so if you check in here Wednesday night, we'll be able to wish it to you on the right day, but I'll give it to you ahead of time. We wish you best wishes for the new year. Over.
Yeah, I'll be there too. Yeah, I'll do the Skype key contest, but I'm going to listen to you too. Okay, good. Take care, and best to you and Judy, AJ6QF.
Thank you, George. Good to hear you, as always. KE6, AJ6 Queen Lima. I was going to say KR6MR. John, are you here?
Roger, Roger. KR6MR, Bozo 759.
Yeah, good signal too, and no problem. It was a funny one the other night on 1296. We had little bits and pieces, and then one good little burst from you, and then it was just in the tank, wasn't it?
Yeah, but again, you know, that 1296 does that to you. Hopefully, this New Year's, it'll be real fine for us.
Well, let's hope it gets smoothed out a little bit. That's for sure. I haven't heard Paul this evening. I thought he might be in here somewhere. He helped. He was on that. I believe he was one of the guys that checked in on the 1296 night that you and I had trouble. Wasn't he there in there as well?
Yes, he was. I think he worked you bounce path, but tried direct but didn't make it.
Yeah, I didn't even have good signals from him on the bounce path. I heard him and I knew who it was, but it was not readable. You know, I got the voice inflection and his accent, so I knew right away who it was. But I didn't copy the complete call. But I knew he was trying to check in, and I thought we'd get a better shot on the direct path, but that didn't work at all either. So anyway, all right. Well, great to hear you, and we'll look forward to working you tomorrow night, of course, on 6 meters. Happy New Year to you and the wife there. Over.
Yeah, okay. Thank you much, sir, Mike. Happy New Year to you and Judy, and look for you tomorrow night on 6 meters, KR6MR.
Sounds good. Now, I'm going to go to Redding, but I don't know what we're going to get in Redding. We've had very, very poor path in the Redding direction. Must be not enough inversion or something up that way. So Redding. Let's see what we've got up there. Redding, Charlie, November 80. KD6 Sugar Whiskey, KD6SW, K6MYC. How about it, Rick?
Well, okay, KD6SW, number 145, way up here in Redding. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening. Well, you're pretty good at signal. Also, right in 249, I heard that on CW. 249, we got you. Stand by. Okay, very good, Rick. Great to hear you. Imagine you've been getting a lot of rain up here, and we'll take a listen for Jerry in just a second. How's your rainfall?
Oh, man, it poured down pretty heavy all night last night and up until about mid-morning today, and then the sun came out. So, yeah, we got the rain over.
Yeah, okay. Well, we got a little drizzle today. We're getting the edge of it, but very, very low in volume. We're getting rain all day, but it's no volume. It's just very, very light rain, so we could use more volume. Let's see if Jerry's in there. KO6HS, KO6 Hotel Sierra, K6MYC. Jerry, are you there? I don't hear Jerry in there. KO6HS, KO6 Hotel Sugar, Hot Syrup. KO6 Hot Syrup, K6MYC, calling and listening. Are you there, Jerry? Nothing from Jerry tonight. Must be a family outing there, or families in the background there. All right, Rich, back up to you, and of course we'll look for you tomorrow. We will look for you tomorrow on 6 meters, starting probably about 8:30 or so, right around 8:30. KD6 Sugar Whiskey, K6MYC. no copy, Rich. Boy, you went in the tank quickly there. So 73s, if you can copy me at all, I'll say Happy New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year. And we'll look for you on 6 meters, 6 meters, 6 meters tomorrow. We'll look for you on 6 meters tomorrow. Happy New Year, Rich. KD6SW, K6MYC, 73.
All right, Mike, 73 right back at you. Happy New Year. KD6 shortwave ready.
Yeah, right back up again. I'll be darned, you disappeared it all completely on me there for a second. All right, 73, buddy. Take care. And if you hear Jerry, give him our best wishes, and hopefully we'll hear you. I'll be on New Year's. I'll be on all nights, every night, the rest of the week here. Look for you on 6, K6MYC. Bye-bye.
Okay, so long, Mike. 711 K6MI.
Okay, hi, John. Good evening.
Good evening, and Happy New Year in advance. Things are good. I didn't get in any contests this weekend. I'm just working around the house.
Yeah, very good. Well, Ken got on KN6RO, and they said they had 2,200 contacts. I didn't know there was that many Canadians up there. Did you?
Yeah, it was very stunning. I read his report, and it was just knocked my socks off.
Oh, he does well, don't they? They had a new guy. Most of their contacts, I guess, were on CW, but they had good luck with both. And they had a full-blown effort. Apparently a new contester friend came in and helped him out. The guys are good contesters, but he'd never operated with them before. And Ken said he made about a third of the contacts that they had altogether, so he must be a horse.
Yeah, I was reading about it. He put a version, a summary on the Northern California Contest Club reflector. I was going to ask him someday about whether he's gone to flex radios or still using Elecrafts.
They have both. He has some flexes and he has some Elecrafts. They have a lot of audio problems when they get tangled up with the flexes. When he uses the flexes with transverters and stuff here, they sound terrible. But it's mostly because they have the audio set up one way for one band, and then it doesn't work well on these VHF frequencies. So I think they still have both. Over.
Well, that's interesting. The flex will do SO2R, but the Elecraft is what I'm more familiar with. I'm just torn about which way to go.
Yeah. Well, maybe you ought to have a conversation with Ken. I think you could work him directly here one evening, check in, and then take him off frequency if you want.
Yeah, he was very strong tonight.
Yeah, imagine he was. Well, he should be here tomorrow night. Maybe you grab him on 6 meters. Over.
Okay, yeah, I'll see. I usually have a Monday night rehearsal, and I know I have a Tuesday night concert this week, but I'll catch him when I can.
Okay, I'll mention it to him, that he wants to talk to you about what he prefers and which ones he's had the best luck with, and I won't be able to ask the other question you talked to about the new mode, but you can handle that. Good evening to you, John. Happy New Year in advance, and of course I'll be here for all the nets, K6MYC. Good evening, John.
Good evening, and thanks.
Okay, now back to the Bay Area somewhere. I think I'm in the Bay Area. No, I'm not. Where am I here? I'm in Sacramento. Is there anybody else in Sacramento before we go to Nevada? K6MYC. I think I'm confused. I'm going to Nevada now. Here's Nevada. KD6BQ. KD6BQ. We heard you CW earlier, Richard. K6MYC.
Yeah, K6MYC, KD6BQ, number 249 in Nevada there. You just missed Larry by 5 minutes. He bugged out at 9, but he was here waiting. And I've been copying you off and on most of the night. You were actually a little better before you turned towards us there. K6MYC, KD6BQ.
Yeah, very good. Well, I'll tell Judy to log Larry and put 657 in, Judy. 657. And, of course, that was 249. We already got 249 a couple minutes ago on CW. I think I told you about that. Okay, so you guys are all logged in, and maybe we'll even hear Daniel tonight. He does have 2 meters in the air, at least most of the time. Hi. Great to hear you. Sorry we're running a little late here. Supposedly trying to squeeze people out of the woodwork there. They're here, but sometimes we end up chatting longer about rain and other dumb subjects than we should. So sorry to keep you waiting there, Richard. Let's see if Daniel's in here. Daniel? KE7UQL, K6MYC calling and listening. I don't hear Daniel. Let me move the antenna just a little more that way. KE7UQL. KE7UQL or K7SUN, K6MYC calling and listening. Well, nothing heard. Nothing heard, Richard, so I guess it's done. I'm sorry I missed Larry. If you talk to him on the 220 link or whatever you talk to him on, tell him we look for him tomorrow night on 6. And on 220, if he can get on 220, that would be wonderful to work him on 220. And Happy New Year to you, Richard, and all your family up there. And I imagine you've got some snow or rain up there. It's been pretty wet all over California and your area too, I imagine. But yours must be snow, isn't it?
Yeah, you're way down right now, Mike, but I think you're talking about the weather. We got rain today. We got about 3/4 of an inch of rain, which is the most we've gotten at once for a long time. So anyway, it's 39 degrees now, but no snow, just rain over.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm copying you fine. No snow, just rain. Okay. Must not be that cold up there then. Good. Well, listen, we'll let you go. It's getting cold out here in the shack. We're about done for the evening. And we'll be on 6 meters with you guys tomorrow night. And I'll look for Larry on 220. If you can remind him to try to get there on 220, that would be good. Thank you, Richard. Good evening. And again, Happy New Year. For some reason, we miss you between now and then. KD6BQ with N7 and N7 Whiskey Tango just signed. And one last listen for KE7UQL and K7SUN, K6MYC, clear and listening. Good night, Richard.
WA60IB.
Go ahead, Ken. Go ahead, Ken.
Yeah, I just did.
Okay, Richard, you still there?
Yeah, Roger, K6MYC and WA60IB, KD6BQ, and Happy New Year to both of you there, over.
Thank you, Richard. Yeah, nice signal tonight. Yeah, take care and don't slip in the snow. WA60IB.
Yep, no snow right now, just rain, 3/4 of an inch worth today. So, but it's going to get colder. It's 39 now, so if we get any more, snow will happen.
Yeah, your temperature's almost there. You betcha. Okay, well, good luck with that. WA60IB. Happy New Year.
Yep, Happy New Year to you, too. You're 20 over right now.
Yeah, you're 10 over. Wow.
Okay. Good evening again, Richard. Thank you again for always being there. And we'll see you tomorrow night on 6 meters. And Ken, did you get somewhere with Darren?
Yeah, we've got all the world's problems solved.
Oh, good. Okay. Do you think he can handle it?
He's going to try.
Well, good. Okay. I guess you're the last resort. Worst case if he can't get it working, huh?
Yeah, something like that. But yeah, he'll get. I'm gonna email him the part numbers and stuff so he can get them. I was getting those on Amazon.
Yeah. Okay. Very good. All righty. Well, I think we're about done with the net. I was normally going to go to the Bay Area, but I don't think there's anybody left there. We could go there and stop, and then we're done for the net, unless Rich wants Rob. Rob, you want to give Eddie a call?
Okay, yeah, I'll go down that way.
Okay, good night all. I'm going to head for the house. WA60IB, Northern Clovis. Bye-bye.
Did.
That was almost 20 over that time.
Good night, Ken. WA6YB, KM6SR. And sorry about your brother there. I hope everything's working out. We'll see you later.
Roger, Rob. Yeah, let me know when you want to go over to Marcus's there. I'll try and meet you over there. WA60IB.
Okay, Roger.
Late checks are missed. AB6SR or anyone else. This is Kilowatt 6 Mike Yankee Charlie in the Bozo Net calling Bay Area and standing by. About AF6 United in Watsonville. About N6 NPD. I haven't heard Brett tonight. Missing Merle also, N6 BCC. Missing John, KO6 DGJ. Okay, I guess they're going to be in here another night. Go ahead, Rob.
Okay, thanks, Mike. KE6BK, Eddie, you on tonight for the 2-meter Bozo Net? KE6BK, this is KM6SRR with K6MYC, standing by. Eddie, KE6BK, you on tonight for the 2-meter Bozo Net? Over.
Might also mention W6 Lima Alpha Delta or anybody else down there.
Yeah, W6 LAD in Visalia, I think it is, or maybe it's Kerman. Are you on tonight? Over. Not hearing anybody, Mike. I don't know. I'm having a lot of fun with this. I'm using Excel now to do what I was doing on Open Office, and I can't search with get anything right. I can't get the formatting right. I don't know. What do you have for a count? I'll see if I'm even close.
Yeah. Judy's counting. Stand by. 33.
Okay, let me count. Well, I've got 39, I guess. Huh.
Yeah, she miscounted. Hang on. $37. We have 39, you said?
Yeah, 39, and you know, I don't think I put myself in there, so I have 40.
Judy, read the last 10 to Judy. She thought she might have been distracted here, over.
Okay, yeah, I've been really distracted. Let me count back. Okay, we'll start with Gary, number 177, KE6QR.
Okay, good. Just numbers is all we need.
Right, I was just trying to get you in the right area first. Have you found that spot, Judy?
Oliver.
I couldn't understand what she said.
I didn't have the mic closed. She talks when I don't have the mic closed. She said the next one's Oliver, KB6BA 900.
Yeah, right. Good. Okay, then after that was 835, and then 1090, and then 776.
Yeah.
And then 756, and then I wasn't able to get numbers for the next couple because I can't work this damn program. We had George, AJ6QL, and we had John, KR6MR.
Yeah. George is 1031, and John is 759.
Okay. Then I had 249 and 145. And then 711, 657, and then I put me down.
Yeah, that's it. Which one did you miss? You didn't hear 145, Judy?
145.
Is that the one you're missing? That was Rich up in Reading. That puts us at 38. Now, she'll go over your list in the morning. I'm sure your list is as close as ours. If you got a dupe or something, it's not a big deal.
Okay, I'll check it out and see. I could have a dupe, but I've been kind of going all sideways here tonight, so I don't know what I'm doing. But anyway, yeah, I ended up with a total of 40.
Okay. Very good. Good night, Ken. I know you want to run in. Good night, Rob. Good night, Aaron. Thank you, Aaron, for keeping the net going here with the stream and all. K6MYC to K6USY. I think Aaron's off putting Brittany to bed.
No, I'm brushing the 8-year-old's hair, but I am sitting here. K6USY.
You're doing what? Drinking 8-year-old whiskey?
No, I'm brushing hair. That's what happens when you have a house full of girls.
Oh boy, brushing 8-year-old hair. Okay, I thought you were doing something good, like drinking Jack Daniels there.
No, I got to go to work tomorrow.
Okay.
That'd be a couple more nights there, Mike.
Yeah, there's our 40. We never did get Aaron and Brittany written in at the beginning. I guess Judy missed that one. No problem. We got it now. Thank you. All right. Good night, all. Good to hear everybody, and Happy New Year. If something in the world shatters and we don't get a chance to catch everybody on the big night. K6MYC, Delta Mike 07. We'll be clear. Closing the Bozo Net.
Good night, everybody. K6USY DMO6.
And we'll see you tomorrow night on 222 and 6 meters. Bye-bye.
Yeah, I'll sneak in there at some point. I still got the handheld hooked up to the antenna. K6USY.
Okay.
Okay, Mike and Judy, K6MYC, KM6SR. We'll say 73 and Happy New Year's to you guys. I know we'll see you tomorrow.
I got 40.
All right, I don't feel so bad. Thank you.
You betcha.
Don't you ever feel bad. We got you covered.
Thank you, thank you. I'm trying to balance this cat that all of a sudden needs a bunch of loving here, and he won't even let me get to the microphone.
Isn't that nice, though? Don't knock the loving.
And Aaron, K6USY, and Brittany, K6ZKA. We'll say 73 to you guys, and Happy New Year's. Hey, there's Rick, KB6RQU. We've been missing you, Rick. How you doing? I'm doing okay, I guess. I've been fighting, had to change my laptop, which I take care of all this stuff on, and can't get the stuff to do it like it used to, so I'm a little discombobulated tonight there. So did you have a good Christmas? Over? Yeah, that's what I'm dealing with is a new one right now. Yeah, the old one was a Windows 7, and nobody's supporting it, and I couldn't get anything happening, and I accidentally agreed to an update on a print driver, and then the printer wouldn't work anymore. So I got Windows 11, and now I got everything working, but I'm trying to work with the programs to do the logging for Mike, and I can't search stuff and find numbers and names and stuff that I don't have memorized, and it's quite arduous, you might say. Over? Yeah, I found one thing, I guess, with Excel that's different from Open Office is that when you do a search, you can't just find next, you got to find all because it'll only go down, so it won't search. And if I'm at the end trying to put things in, it's not going to find a number above it. Over?
There, but I hadn't talked to him quite a while, haven't heard him. So maybe they're not around anymore.
Okay, no, I did hear John, let's see, what is his number? KG6 USS from the high desert, but I don't think he was pointed this way. He sounded a little bit weak. Normally he blows our ears off here. Over?
Yeah, he sure does. He sure blocks my ears here. I don't hear much weak signals anymore from him because of him.
Yeah, that's too bad. Hey, what, did you get your 6-meter going good again?
No, I got to go up that tower over there and look at it and see what happened. They don't look too good.
Happy New Year, Rick. K6MYC. Good to hear you.
Good evening, Mike. KB6RQU.
I won't keep you. We're all trying to get out of here, but try to get on more often. We'll look for you on Thursday night, of course, and Wednesday as well.
Oh, okay. Very good there. Happy New Year.
Thank you. Bye-bye. Go ahead, Rick. And Rob. Go ahead, Rob.
Okay, thanks, Mike. Yeah, Rick, we point down that way at the beginning of the nets, except for the 6-meter one where we start up north. But I can try coming down early again if that works better for you. Over?
Well, I'm not sure there, but you can give it a shot.
Okay, well, that's right. I just asked you about it, and then I forgot. Yeah, your 6-meter's not working, so I guess that wouldn't work too good anyway. Over?
No, it's pointing the wrong direction, and the SWRs is really bad, so it's really messed up.
Yep, okay, well, then we'll give you a pass for that one, huh?
Oh, thank you very much.
Yeah, I thought you'd like that. Okay, we'll let you go. It's probably cold down there, too, out in the shack. I don't want to keep you away from the house there. Good to hear you. I'm glad you came in. KB6RQU, KM6SRR.
KM6SRR, 73.
73.